There is a turning point in every life, a silent crossroads where the future bends, where destiny either takes the shape of greatness or collapses into regret. At that moment, one decision rises above all others, a decision so powerful, so final, that it can alter the course of your entire financial future. It is not the decision to work harder. Millions toil day and night and never escape poverty. It is not the decision to be educated. The world is filled with intelligent men and women who die broke, their brilliance buried beneath hesitation. No, the decision that changes everything is the decision to assume absolute control over your thoughts, your actions, and your destiny. The decision to stop waiting for fortune to arrive and to begin creating it with your own two hands. Napoleon Hill called it definiteness of purpose. Without it, a person drifts, pushed by the winds of other people's opinions, controlled by the tides of circumstance. With it, a person becomes unstoppable. A man or woman with definiteness of purpose does not stumble in the dark. They walk as though carrying a torch. They do not ask for permission. They demand results. They do not wait for opportunity. They summon it. Look at history. Look at the titans who reshaped the world with nothing more than vision and will. Andrew Carnegie began as a poor immigrant, working in a cotton factory for $1.20 a week. By every outward measure, his destiny was limited. But inside, he made a decision to rise above, to command his fate, to build not just a career, but an empire. That decision transformed a factory boy into the steel king of the world. Or consider Henry Ford. He faced ridicule from experts who declared the automobile was a toy for the rich, destined to fail against the horse and carriage. But Ford decided differently. He decided that every family, every worker, every dreamer would have the freedom of movement once reserved only for the elite. That decision did not just create cars, it reshaped civilization itself. And what of Thomas Edison, who endured 10,000 failed attempts to bring light into the darkness? Most men would have quit, surrendered, declared the task impossible. But Edison had already made his decision that he would not rest until the night itself bowed before his vision. It was not talent, not education, not connections that gave the world the electric light. It was decision, fueled by persistence, carried by faith. The truth is stark. Wealth and success are not accidents. They are engineered, designed, constructed piece by piece through choices. And at the center of it all is the decision, your decision, to no longer live as a passenger in your own life, but as the driver, to stop reacting to life and start commanding it. But here is the reason most never rise. Fear. They fear failure, so they never risk. They fear criticism, so they never stand out. They fear responsibility, so they hand over control to employers, to governments, to circumstance itself. And yet in doing so, they also surrender their power, their freedom, their future. Understand this. Fear is nothing but imagination used against you. The same imagination that can create visions of fortune, of freedom, of greatness, can also conjure nightmares of failure and loss. The difference lies in decision. Do you decide to use imagination as a weapon against yourself or as the blueprint of your destiny? Your financial future is not determined by your job, your degree, or the market around you. It is determined by the clarity of your purpose, the persistence of your actions, and the fire of your belief. It is determined by whether you have decided, truly decided, that nothing will stop you. There are men and women who wake every day with no clearer plan than to survive until nightfall. They trade their time for wages, their dreams for comfort, their freedom for security. But then there are the few, the rare, the daring, who wake with decision. They have written their purpose into their soul. They know what they want, why they want it, and what price they will pay to get it. These are the ones who rise. These are the ones who break free. These are the ones who take the same 24 hours given to all of us and turn them into empires. So the question is not whether opportunity exists. It always has and it always will. The question is not whether you are capable. You are. The question is whether you will decide, whether you will stand where you are, plant your feet, and declare, I will no longer drift. I will no longer wait. I will no longer live in hesitation. I decide today to master my mind, to command my future, and to shape my life into one of wealth, power, and freedom. This is the one decision that changes everything. Once made, truly made, there is no turning back. The bridges to mediocrity are burned. The chains of hesitation are shattered. And from that moment forward, the world bends to the will of the one who has decided.